So I wanted to take a moment to chat about the Sacramento Kings. Oh boy, a different team that isn't the Chicago Bulls? What do you mean? Yeah, basically, I live in LA, and I've decided that obviously, since I am not in Chicago currently, I've decided to take on a new team. And God forbid that would be the Lakers or the Clippers. Um, LA is better when the Clippers are bad and the Lakers are the Lakers, so no. Not going to jump on the bandwagon of the Warriors, who just came off of a championship. That seems cheaty. So, the Kings, basketball's lovable losers. I feel very bad for them. And you know what? They have made some interesting moves. They've had a good preseason. And I'm going to throw my hat in for them. Why not? And so I've been watching some of their preseason stuff, and I gotta say, I'm honestly pretty impressed. Looking at it, right off the bat, I really enjoy watching the Sabonis De'Aaron Fox pick and roll. That's just a really fun combination. Basically, any of the Sabonis pick and rolls, honestly, I think he's just a really good pick setter and roll man and all that. It's very fun to watch, especially when you've got quick guys like Fox and Mitchell coming off of the screens and rolling to the basket. It's a lot of fun, and it's a good pick and roll combo to see. I'm a fan of it. And if you're just gonna sit there and spam that every time you're in the half court set, you can't really complain too much about that. I'm into it, and it works. It works. So beyond that, that one's pretty obvious. But let's look a little bit deeper. And before we go deeper, how can I forget, freaking Keegan Murray, fourth pick. Dude is a complete bucket. And he is going to be very good for this Kings team. The bit that I saw in preseason, he's dropping, 15, 20 points, on good efficiency in under 20 minutes. It's ridiculous how quickly this man's able to score. I can see him going out and giving you 15 points every game as a rookie and only getting better from there. That's dude's a bucket. Beyond that, you've got really good three-point shooters. Kevin Huerter was a solid pickup for the Kings in this past year. Really enjoying that. He's gonna look a lot better, I think, for Sacramento. Malik Monk coming off of the bench, that's a great pickup. Another guy who can shoot the lights out. You've got Harrison Barnes, obviously. He can shoot the lights out. De'Aaron Fox is looking like his three-pointer is coming along. Can't complain too much about that. And Sabonis will hit a three every once in a while. He'll take it enough to keep you honest, but that's fine. And, honestly, I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, this looks like a pretty solid lineup so far. You can't complain too much. Defensive side of the ball, it's good. I don't know, I would have to watch them a bit more to really have more of a firm grasp on their defense. But the bits that I saw, they, held the Lakers to blowout losses in both times they played in the preseason. They were holding Portland down the score pretty good. Obviously preseason, so we'll see how that holds up in the future. But as of right now, it's like, all right, that's not too bad. You can't complain too much about holding teams to, under 100 points, under 110 points, and coming out with a win, which, didn't lose a preseason game. So, hey, look at that. We're having fun. And speaking of fun, this team is, a lot of fun to watch in transition. They will push the pace of the ball, and, that Domantas Sabonis pick and roll that I was talking about, they're only going to do it whenever they're in the half-court set, and they're not exactly in the half-court set very often because they're just trying to push the pace of the ball all the time. And it's like, all right, cool, we're into it. We're going to push in transition. That's fun basketball. You're going to get yourself a lot of open driving lanes, pop threes, or catch and shoot threes on the pop out from the drive. It's like, all right, that's a solid combo. I don't know why you wouldn't, especially when you have guys that are as fast as De'Aaron Fox, voted the fastest guy by NBA executives. It's like, all right, that's a pretty good combination. It's offense makes sense. You've got, like I said, the Sabonis pick and roll. You've got Rashawn Holmes coming off of the bench, which I'm very, Very excited to see. I mean, he's one of the best backup bigs you can have out there, and why not? Let's keep it running. If it's not going to be Sabonis, why not have it be Rashawn Holmes, who's pick and roll and then a freaking rim runner? There was I'm thinking specifically about the moment in the first Lakers preseason game where Rashawn Holmes on back-to-back plays gets lobs and throws them down massive dunks, and it's like, all right, this is a fun team. It's going to be fun to watch them on a nightly basis, when I'm not watching the Bulls. And but you look at it and it's like, okay, great, they're fun, they're fast, they're gonna score a decent chunk of points. How many wins does that total? And that is really the question, because I mean, this is a team that didn't make playoffs. They won the lottery. Well, didn't win the lottery, but moved up in the lottery to number 4 spot. So clearly they're not an amazing team, but I mean, they had good pickups. Like I said, Kevin Huerter was a good pickup. The Sabonis trade was short-sighted, I'll say, but I mean, at the same time, they got better. So we'll see how that whole situation turns out in the long run. But beyond that, Kevin Huerter, like I said, Malik Monk, I mean, those are 2 solid pickups, and it's like, all right, how much is that pushing the needle is what I'm trying to say. And you're looking at it, I mean, the top 4, probably the top 5 of the Western Conference are locked up completely, at the very least. The top 5, I mean, Warriors are going to be top 5, the Nuggets are going to be top 5, the freaking Clippers are going to be top 5, and throw in probably Memphis, definitely, and probably the Mavericks would be the rounding out the 5. But beyond that, I mean, unfortunately, it looks like they're going to have to be a play-in team, because I mean, unless they severely overperform and outperform their expectations, I don't see them taking away that 6th spot from take a hand, probably Portland, maybe the Lakers. I don't. It kind of depends. I mean, they beat Portland, but at the same time, preseason, so we'll see about that. I just don't see them being that much better than the Lakers or Portland to be able to firmly say, yeah, you're definitely going to be able to walk away with that 6th spot. So I would say they're definitely playing. I think they're a playing team. I mean, especially now that the Jazz have gotten considerably worse. The Spurs have gotten considerably worse. And, the Rockets still aren't great. And Thunder still aren't great, especially with Chet going down. So it's like, okay, I think they're a pretty safe spot for playing. I would probably say 8 to 9 would be where they end up. 7 if they're feeling good throughout the course of the season. So locking up, 35 to 38 wins, somewhere in that range. But they're fun. I like watching fun basketball.